The MYP Top Brick Communicator is all about learning how to communicate your ideas while simultaneously listening and taking other people's ideas and opinions into account. The 40th President, Ronald Reagan, was known as the Great Communicator because he was able to speak his vision clearly to the American people while also listening to their needs. I hope to be able to emulate these great qualities he possessed. But throughout my 2 years at Midvale, I realized that being a good communicator means not only being a good talker, but also being a good listener. I've been assigned to several group projects where, because we did not communicate our ideas and listen to others, they came close to failing. At the time, I blamed everybody but myself, but I now realize that if I had communicated openly with them and encouraged them to communicate back, we could have done much, much better. This was the one thing that Ronald Reagan did to earn his title, the Great Communicator. Another was to refer directly to his listeners by being open and adopting an almost conversational style with the crowd. When he spoke to large crowds of people, each person thought he was speaking directly to him. By spending time working on several group projects where communication is essential, and having multiple opportunities to speak in front of large groups of people, the MYP program has helped me to be able to come closer to these traits. Communication is not always spoken. Many people communicate strongly through writing, like American radical Thomas Paine. He wrote several pamphlets that inspired Americans to rise up against the tyrannical British Empire and start our own nation. One of his most famous quotes is taught in history classes throughout the country. "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands by it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph." The eloquence that he used in his writing embodied what we would describe as great communication, because of how smoothly his words flowed and his ability to convey exactly what he meant. Mr. Paine realized that he could inspire the American revolutionaries to keep fighting what at the time seemed a losing war. The importance of communication is evidence in our lives, as you need to use it to get a job or interact with other people. Learning to do it will increase your capability to succeed in life and could possibly change the world like President Reagan and Thomas Paine used it to. The middle years program is extremely effective at teaching this skill and has helped me learn how to communicate better than I had before in both writing and in speech. All students must continue to learn that this principle will enable them for greatness and can help you do even the smallest things, like succeeding in a job interview, and big things, like changing generations to come. Thank you.